everybody, and welcome back to Celebrities with Me. So today we'll be recapping Love During Lockup. And so today, to help me do my recap, I have Johnny, Sean, and Reese with me. Alrighty. So we're going to just start out this episode with talking about Indy and Harry. Right. So they show us Indy and her family. They're still at the hotel, so I'm thinking it may be like the next day after they arrive. Um, and so Indy is asking her family, well, what are y'all gonna do today? And so, they kind of got a little snippy, like, well, we're here for you. We're helping you. What do it was kind of like, what do you mean? What are we going to be doing today? And so she tells them she's going to go see Harry's sister. Okay. So we see Indy, she heads over, to the sister's apartment. She walks in and she's like, oh, I like, what you've done in here. It looks nice. And, I don't know. It just came off a little fake to me, like you're trying to kiss up to the sister already. And I'm like, what? I don't know, but whatever. Okay, so she sits down with Harry's sister and she tells her about the psychic and how the psychic has told her to come there, and has given her, I would say, advice, but she's running with it as the psychic is telling her how her life should be going. All right. And so the sister does say she doesn't believe in psychics. And Indy, well, she says it to the camera. She doesn't say it to the sister, but she says to the camera that she had a lot of support from her family. So she's hoping that in Ohio she'll have a lot of support from Harry's family, like they'll take on the role of her family. Which I'm like, why do you? Why would you think these people would do that for you, especially when you're coming with a child and that child has no relation to them? I don't understand that thought process. Okay. And so the sister, she's telling all the sister this stuff. And it's funny because the sister she is very blunt with it. It's like, I can't have a bunch of people living here with me. So she's putting it out there to Indy, like, you can't come here if that's what you're hoping for, because she's basically saying, I've come here, I'm going through my savings to stay here. And then, Indy asks her, well, how much, do you pay here? Maybe I can get a 1 bedroom apartment or something. I think that'll be fine for us. And so the sister was like 590, and I was like, whew, can't get anything around here for 590. So I was like, girl, you better. And so Andy's like, yeah, that's reasonable, la, la, la. But I don't understand why you didn't price apartments before you made this move. Especially, I feel like a broken record, but it's like you have a kid. Why did you not check the prices of apartments there before you went? But I get it, I guess. And so the sister, she does reveal that, she's a bit concerned with how fast they're moving. Um, and Andy also is like, did he tell you that I have that he has a tattoo for me? And also he has my daughter's name on him. And the sister was like, no, he didn't tell me, but he knows better than to tell me that. So at least the sister is sensible, and we know she would tell her brother, like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And so at the same time, we see the mom, she's actually meeting with a retired cop. Okay. And so he, describes Harry's crime. He actually describes it to the mom, what happened. And he also tells the mom it is possible that Harry is a gang member. It's possible. He doesn't say he is a gang member. He just says it is possible. Okay. And so Indy's mom calls her and is like, you need to meet me right now, and tells her basically where to meet her at. And so Indy, she goes to the gas station where her mom and her brother are, and they start reenacting the crime. And they're pushing and pulling on Indy the way that most likely Harry um, and his co-defendants were, doing the victim. And it was crazy to me because Indy was getting upset that they were pulling on her, but I'm like, but this is what happened to his victim. But the victim had a gun to him, and you can't handle them just yanking on you. And she's like, well, they're just doing this. They're going too far. They're being too dramatic. Well, they're just trying to show you what he did to this victim. So if you're like, oh, he's a changed person, oh la la, why can't you handle them doing this to you? Well, that's my thought process on it. Okay, and so Andy ends up becoming upset as she jumps in her car and drives off because she's had enough of this. She don't want to hear anymore. So that was Indy this week. What are your guys' thoughts on Indy? Anybody?
I think it's okay. We've already talked about how she believes her psychic for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's just odd you just move out there. She has two kids, one she's leaving behind,
Yeah.
and to just come out here to a place you don't know what the rents are. It also kind of shows that she really has no real responsibilities because someone who actually pays their bills would want to know what the budget's going to be when they move somewhere.
Right.
So I really don't understand this newer generation where they don't know how to pay their own bills and their moms are still paying for them at 29 with two kids. Like, when does it stop? And
Right.
the fact that she thinks his family will take care of her and her daughter, I just was like, what the hell? That mentality is crazy to me. I don't get it. No one's entitled to take care of anyone. Like, figure out your life and make it happen for yourself. Um, as far as the crime goes, I don't know that even she said she was a victim of robbery, but mentally, being that she already knew what he went through, I don't see how they thought that was going to be relevant for her and get cause some type of sympathy or change her mind about things. I think
Yeah.
the mom should have focused more on the gang activity and asked her. I think I would have just said, "Hey, does he have any hearts on his neck?" Try and figure out if he's in the gang, because then maybe if he's in a gang, that'll change her mind about stuff. But she doesn't care about what he did. She knows he was young when he did it, and she just feels like he's changed,
Yeah.
which
And it's yeah. I forgot to because that was a point that I had to bring up too. It's like she was like, people get robbed all the time. I've been robbed, but sweetheart, you can't say that because for the most part, you should not be running around robbing people. Like getting robbed should not be normalized, and it's almost like she has normalized getting robbed. Um, just like it's almost like she's kind of normalized his crime a little bit. Now, do I think she needs to hold his crime over his head all the time? No, I'm not saying that. But I do think you do need to think about he committed a violent robbery. That's violent to have a gun to somebody's head. That man could have gotten killed. But I don't think she sees it that way. And then it's like you're disrupting yourself and your child. And like you said, she left a child behind, you know. So, and you're doing all of this in hopes that he gets out in a week.
in hopes that he gets out and he's going to be with you. And
Right.
on top of that, too, I would be a little cautious of a man tattooing my daughter's name on his body. Who does that? That's not their father.
Right. That's
You
my other
know,
thing. Like
I
you
don't get
have a
that.
little girl and you have uprooted her and you're taking her, across state lines away from her family. And then it seemed like she was possibly going to ask Carrie's sister if he could move in with her. It's like you got a little girl. You can't be trampling her through everybody's house in and out like this and having her around men that she just don't know. And am I saying every man is dangerous? Absolutely not. But at the same token, you have a little girl. You just kind of have to look at the situation a little different when you're doing that.
Yeah,
Not
you
to say
can.
you don't have to look at the situation like that when you're with a little boy, but we all know.
Well, you have to too. These little boys, when you start listening to how these boys have been raped at young ages and not even thinking or being concerned about them because you don't think it's the norm, when in actuality, it actually is. Finding out all these men and boys who've been raped
Exactly.
as young kids. So just always
Right.
be cautious about
And
who you
or
bring around your
I
children.
know, yeah, I know a lot of guys who their first time was with an older girl, and when you think about it, like, wait a minute, she was too old.
Hmm.
They were too young, but they may have
Right.
been in their early teens, but you were still raped, but I don't think they look at it like that. So you have to be careful with who you are taking your children around in the situations that you're putting them in. Like you got her in that hotel. Like that's not
I know, and she had her walking around bare feet. In that dirty hotel, she was walking around bare feet. And I was just like, oh, oh,
right. Exactly.
it's crazy.
Exactly. Exactly.
She's, she's just crazy.
Right. All right. Anybody else have thoughts on Indy and Harry for this week?
Man, that junk like made me mad. First of all, I didn't even
Oh
realize
gosh.
the little girl was bare feet. That makes it even worse. But
Yeah, I did
even
see
the
that.
way she was telling them, like, you gonna watch my child, somebody gonna watch her. Like, so what you gonna do when
Yes.
they not there? Like,
I didn't
what
like
are
that
you going
either.
to do? Because honestly, like your family probably put up with because that's their like blood family, but his family ain't gonna be putting up with you saying stuff like that to them, and that ain't even his kids. So
Right.
I'm like, what in the world's wrong with this chick, man? And then I 100% agree with the sister. Like, if you're gonna do all the psychic stuff, okay, that's your business, but don't live your life based off of what that psychic is telling you because I
Right.
got it. The chick ain't been wrong yet for you, but it looks stupid. It looks stupid. The way she's like, well, my psychic said, well, my psychic said. And it's like, do you even have a mind of your own, girl? And then I just feel like she's just super immature for her age. Cause she just I
She,
don't know, like she's not acting like she a mom at all. And then it's like she just I
yeah,
don't
she's not
know.
acting like a woman
Nothing
going
is
on 30 either.
yeah, and then the fact that she just like, well, I don't know what my plan is. You ain't got no job, you ain't got nothing, and then you just gonna up and move. And then it's like what y'all said about the dude getting the names tattooed. I'm like, them ain't even your kids. Like, what in the world is going on? Like, they doing
Right.
some real weird stuff, and I don't get it. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah. Like I
I
don't
feel like
understand
today
how
she
you're
made me the maddest in this whole
right.
episode.
It's like I don't even understand how she's comfortable with her boyfriend putting her daughter's name on him. Like
No,
that would make me uncomfortable. There's certain things that I'm sorry you do that. That's just uncomfortable. And that's weird.
yeah.
I
Y'all, he ain't a stepdad to that girl, not, and both of them, like, we never even met the other child, and he got her name tattooed also. Like, please, I'm
yeah.
like, and that the other one lived with her dad, don't she?
Yeah.
So it's like, how that dude supposed to feel when another man got his child's name tattooed? That's crazy.
He probably isn't gonna like it.
No,
Yeah.
I doubt it. Why
Yeah,
she
like
allowed
call
her?
it that a show of love and faithfulness to somebody. I mean, I guess tattoos have just taken on a different form, but you wouldn't be able to impress me that you got people you don't even know tattooed on your body like that. To me, that means I don't mean much to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't with her. Like, she's so ignorant. And then I guess like I mean the fact that like that what happened maybe it bothered I don't know it maybe at one point it did bother her or whatever and she's just over it she don't care because she want to be with him but to me that reenactment still should have put another perspective on it because I mean I don't know and like you said she can't throw it in his face. If she gonna be with him she gonna be with him regardless of what he did because he was young but I don't know it's like the fact that she just don't even care at all about any of it, just I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then I'm like the sister, like, what is he getting himself into? I'm like, man, the more I watch, I'm like, this chick is crazy.
It's very crazy. Very, very crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Oh, Egypt now says happy Saturday. I hope
Hey,
everyone has a great week. Much love. Great. I hope you have a great week as well, Egypt. Nice to see you. So, Sean, do you have any thoughts on Indian Harry this week?
Yeah, she like the sister said, she crazy. Um, cause I don't think the reenactment. I think that was a waste of time because her mind is already set, and they had already told her they've been talking to her, and she pretty much like ain't nothing y'all can say is going to change my mind, and so she's going to stick with the man. Uh, now the I didn't notice the girl didn't have any shoes on either, and that does bring a little bit extra of disgusting to that room because like it's probably was safer for her to walk outside barefoot than it is to walk in that
Right.
room barefoot. Um, and the uh when she went and visit the sister and the comment that she had made when she had made the comment about hoping that their family would pick the role up of her family. I also thought that nah, that's not gonna happen, sis.
Yeah,
You
that
live
was
with
real
your
unrealistic for her to
right.
think that. Yeah.
And since you talking to your psychic about everything, you should have asked your psychic how's the job market up there,
Yeah, I
and
know.
where to go at to find a good job.
Right.
You know? And
That
because
part.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then and where you going to stay? Because the sister, she I didn't
Yeah.
even know. When she had said you couldn't stay here, she figured it out. Because I
Yeah.
didn't think that the girl was going there to try to be like, oh, can we move in? But sister put that out front point blank. It was like, nah, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but y'all can't come here. Um, and then she was saying that a 1 bedroom is a little over 500. Uh, I thought that was a little bit expensive because here you can get it probably prices went up. You can get a 3 bedroom and it's a good bedroom, 3 bedroom for 600. So yeah, uh-huh.
That's not around here.
3 bedroom out here
Not
is
out
like
here either.
$1,800.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Paying
Yeah.
like
And
$1,000 around here just for a 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
More than
well,
that.
Around here, it's about $1,000 for a 1 bedroom.
and before I moved in my house, I was 2 bedroom. I got a 2 bedroom for 300.
What?
Um,
Again.
yeah, yeah, and it was the bedroom was nice. The kitchen wasn't all that great. They upgraded it after I moved, but and then they raised it up to like five something, but yet still. Um, then she was talking about 1 bedroom, so I was like, okay, you got 1 bedroom. You're talking about marrying this boy, and you're gonna have your daughter. So
Yep.
the boy and her are gonna be in the 1 bedroom, and where your daughter gonna be at?
On the couch somewhere, bro.
Hmm.
If you get her a couch, because you can't afford anything, so you gotta yeah, I did that too. Is she sleeping on the couch? She don't have no bed, so that's not comfortable, and the child ain't gonna be able to sleep on that couch. So she's not being adult.
Not at all.
She's living that shirt where the shirt says "I quit adulting for the day," but she quit adulting for a long time.
Yeah, she took the shirt literally.
Uh-huh.
Somebody gave it to her and she took it literal. Yeah.
And then so she needs to grow up. But looking at the previews of the next one, what Love Dream Lockup or Love After Lockup, it looked
Hmm.
like she's in it. So I guess we'll see how her and Harry works out in the next episode, next series.
Yeah.
But I don't know because the more she was talking, um, the more I was thinking that yes, she done lost her mind because
Oh
she
yeah.
was just talking.
She's bumped her head on the cement somewhere. She fell
Mhm.
down and bumped her head.
Because she
And then
just
did you guys notice that with his family, she never even said that we're spiritually married?
Well, something else that also bothered me about this whole thing too. Harry told her he did not want her to contact his sister, and she did it anyway. What is with these girls? And they're just not respecting like what these men are saying about their families. If that man doesn't want you to go around his family, leave them alone. But I get why she did it because she wants their support.
yeah. And on the other hand of that, just the fact that they say no, that would make me want to go a little bit more because they might be hiding something, and the family would be like, "Oh, man, he's married," you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can get it on the other side, but that's not her mindset. Like I said, her mindset was to go there to try to establish a relationship with them so that they can help her out in her
Mm.
time of sorrow. And then the other one, Haley, she went to try to go establish a relationship with the father so the father would be on her side because she was looking for somebody to be
She,
on her side.
I think Haley is trying to solidify that relationship.
Hmm.
Um, More so than I think anything else. Yeah, so she's just trying to get the family's approval to help, solidify her position with Dalton, I think. But yeah, we're gonna get to them. They're not the next couple, but yeah, a couple of couples. In a few couples, we're gonna get to them. Absolutely. Okay. Do you have anything else about Andy and Harry? Your thoughts, Sean?
Nah, that's it. She's just crazy. She need to get a new psychic because the old psychic didn't tell her to where she was gonna be staying at, what she's gonna
Yeah.
be
What
working
kind
at.
of job? Yeah. Psychic
So
wasn't telling her. Yeah.
Shoot, I'd be like, what's the winning lotto number since she ain't number one?
Yeah. Right.
Shoot.
Tell me who's about to win this next. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl so I can go bet.
I
I know.
know, man. I would be rich if that was my psychic.
Yes.
She using
All
her
right.
for all the wrong things.
Yeah. So usually I go in the order that the couples appeared on screen. However, this week I'm gonna go a little bit different. So the next couple I'm gonna talk about is Max and Tara. Y'all all know my
Yeah, I'm
feelings
glad
about
you
them.
went there.
All right, so we see Max. He says he's getting ready for a date. He met somebody on Tinder, I believe is what he said it was Tinder. And so he reveals that his roommate has kicked him out, which she should have. But he's acting like well, she's just jealous. You've been sleeping with her on camera. I hope you got somebody else that can sleep with you on camera now and help you keep up your OnlyFans page. Um, and so Max is trying to iron a shirt, but he doesn't even have the iron plugged in. Just ridiculous.
That part.
Yeah. And so Tara calls. And she is just talking to him kind of, normal or whatever. I'm like, wait a minute, Max. You're about to let her off the hook. She has ghosted you for how long? She's been out of prison for how long? And you haven't seen her or talked to her? Okay. So how is she calling you? Does she have a phone now? I didn't see her give you the number. Like, what? Why are you playing these games? Just because she's being a little flirty. Like, she was being flirty with him. She told him she lost her puss. And he's like, he can help her find it or whatever. And he starts flirting back with her because she says, she's stressed out. And he's like, a massage would help you. That's the best thing for you. And I can give you a massage. And so he asked a video call with her, and she's like, no, I've been working in the yard. I can't video call with you right now. And so he asked her, when can she come to visit? When can he come and visit her? And it's just more excuses. Um, and then he gets off the phone with her. He's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna cancel my date. I'm like, for what? You might as well go with a girl that actually wants to go out with you, actually wants to see you. So then there was another little clip. You guys know how they throw in these clips, and they show us Max trying to learn how to ride a scooter. It was hilarious to me. He says he doesn't know how to ride a bike, which maybe that's not funny that he doesn't know how to ride it. But I'm like, it's just an electric scooter. Why are you having such a hard time? Like, maybe if you take off those skinny jeans and put on something more comfortable, you can be comfortable and ride it. So what? Let me hear some thoughts on Max and Tara for this week.
Well, I'm glad you. I wish you would have. I wish
Are
you
you
would have
comfortable
started.
enough, Sean? Are you comfortable enough? That's all I need.
Yeah. I started not to go on video because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. However,
You got
since you
that
went with
vid.
these here people, you went with these people. I wish you would have started with them first,
Oh,
because we need to get rid of them so we can stop talking about them and move on to bigger
yes,
and better things.
absolutely.
Because this whole episode pretty much I thought was a waste of my time, because I came in like 7 minutes into the show.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Egypt Nile. Thank you
Yes.
for always supporting us, girl.
Yeah, 'cause I came in 7 minutes into the show and watched the whole thing. And I was like, oh, I must have missed something. So I had to go back and watch the first 7 minutes and started to watch again. I was like, oh, no, I ain't missed nothing. But I'd rather watch
No, nothing.
Alabama play, and I can't stand Alabama. But back to Max. First, I don't know how old he is, but he don't know how to iron no shirt. He need to
He
get his
didn't even know how to
act
plug it up.
right. So
Oh,
that
and then
tells
I
me.
forgot he burnt the shirt too.
So that tells me that girl must have been ironing his clothes for him.
Mm-hmm.
And the it's just a waste of time. Tara, the girl, well, Tara, whoever she is to him, the fact that she wouldn't go on video because she supposedly was, in the doing guard work. I was like, nah, she just don't want to do no video, dude. And the only reason why he's still talking to her and excited about her is because he wants to have sex with that woman. And he wants to be able to have sex with her so he can add her to his wall of women that he did. And she's is hard to get. And so he wants to be able to say he accomplished her.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no love in that thing. And
Right.
they said he have an opportunity, because if he's looking for love, he have an opportunity to date someone that he could actually see, and you're gonna turn that
Yeah.
down so that you can try to get with this woman that he's gonna see in the long run was a waste of his time also. And
Right.
you had your roommate, because I think Johnny had said last week she thought that the roommate must have kicked him out. So yeah, we see that she did, and I would have kicked her out too.
Yeah.
Kicked him out too, because we work together, we live together, we do all this stuff together. Why don't we just make it official? And he don't want to make it official because he wants to go run after these prison women. So
Hmm.
he really need to get his act together, and I don't see it happening since he can't iron his own shirt. And he need to just go ahead on and buy them tight shirts, and then that way he ain't never have to iron a shirt because he just put it
Right.
on. So, and the wrinkles will come all out.
I just want to see him in something different. Every time I see him, he's wearing a white button-up shirt or a black button-up shirt. Like, you're making money on OnlyFans. Get some more clothes, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
Egypt, you're very right. They are doing a lot of delusional-ish. I think every single couple is doing some delusional-ish. I feel like that's just my opinion. Okay, so any other thoughts on Max and Tara?
Man, first of all, he wanted to wear that black little tiny medium shirt from the beginning.
Yes.
That dude like had that shirt like ready. Like I felt like he almost burnt the white one on purpose just so he can put that little teeny tiny shirt on. I was like, dude, I don't even know how he got in that thing. That thing was like a piece of skin. Like, get some bigger shirts. Like we see you got some muscles. Like you don't need your shirt to be that little. I'm like, good
Yeah.
grief. And then with that scooter, that was just what was the purpose of that? And then why would you
they
just
wanted to
intentionally
make us
embarrass
laugh.
yourself?
I think they wanted to make us laugh because they knew with all the delusion they put in this episode that we needed some comedic relief.
I
And I
guess
laughed. I did laugh at him. I was like, he looks
I
weird.
did. I did too. I like because it just looked crazy. And then
He
he was
looked like
like,
Metro
"Why
Man
am I the
coming out
only
of
one?"
sewer.
He's like, "Why am I the only person that can't?" It's just like, dude, I wouldn't have did that on camera. So,
Right.
and then, yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Tara. Like, I don't really understand, but yeah, that whole situation is still just kind of weird to me. So I'm like, I don't know, but I'm with Sean on this. Like, they could have even left their scene out. I was like, that was just
Yeah.
stupid. So
I do have a question though, Sean. How many of your guy friends like to tell you how to dress and how good you look in your shirt?
That was a little weird. Right.
it was.
Zero. Zero.
Yeah, I was like, that was kind of weird. He's like, yeah, man, that shirt look good on you. Okay. I want to make
that would
sure
be
you
the
keep those
sign.
covers up while you sleeping on his couch.
Yeah, that was gonna say that'd be the sign right there that I need to go ahead on and look for a new roommate or a new
Yeah.
person.
He probably brings some extra blankets while he's sleeping too.
You
He
know,
ain't got nowhere else to go, so he gotta stay. He gotta let
has
that
no
dude
choice.
Ain't happening. And then too with the because with the Tara thing, and she don't want to do the video, he should just take the hint, dude.
Take the
She's
hint.
not willing to do a video with you. She's not interested in you.
Okay.
So
Oh, and then what killed me was she was like, I've only been out 17 days. Oh, so in 17 days you didn't have access to a phone? For
but I
17
guess she was
days.
out for a month.
No, she said 17 days.
No, I thought he was saying a month though.
He did. That's why I was like, when she said 17, I was like, where was she at in between?
Mm-hmm. So I guess she
Maybe
was
she
like
went to
a party.
a halfway house or something.
I don't know. That was odd because I was like, I thought it'd been a month.
Oh, that whole thing is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like you said, that scooter thing, I was like, oh, they shouldn't have showed that. They could have used the that time to add to one of the other couples. Because a lot of stuff that they had with the other couples, I was like, okay, y'all just cut this off to show me him trying to ride scooter downhill. Nah, man, not cool at all.
Like I said, he just looked delusional. It was kind of like Cesare. You had said he looked like it was like a
Alien.
fictional. Who was it? Did
I
you
said
say?
he looked like that alien that has that little hand where he's doing this. You
Yeah,
know, I
yeah.
can't think of the beat, but every time I see him, he looks like an alien. Like something's wrong with him. His looks look off. I don't know if he's had plastic surgery. I don't know what he did to his skin. He just looks off. He doesn't look real. Like he's like a robot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, he
next is
stands like one too. Stiff, real stiff.
Yeah, he's like, I think he forgot that he was on TV and he was using his alien powers to heat up the iron.
I didn't think about it. Maybe he thought he could heat up the iron with his powers. Yeah, maybe that's why he didn't have it plugged in. See, you thinking outside the box. I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
But that explains why the other shirt was already ready.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he can't. That's why he can't ride the bike because he only has one leg, so he has no weight. His
Uh,
tail is hidden in there. He can't balance on his
yeah.
tail. Oh, goodness.
So we're gonna move on to Ty and Hottie. All righty. So this will be quick. So we see um when the scene starts with them, Ty is waiting on Boston to show up. She sees a girl pull up. She runs outside and she stops. And what I find funny is the girl is already on the steps coming up the stairs. She's like, "Is this her? Why didn't you just say something to that girl? Are you Boston?" But I was just like, whatever. I just feel like her, whatever. So Ty decides that she feels like she's on the other girl's turf and she'd rather meet with the girl when they're on her own turf, like when Ty is in her own element. So she's gonna leave. She's like, I'll meet up or talk to her another time. My thing is, why don't you want to get this resolved? This girl has gone so far as to put nudes out there of you. I think you should probably talk to her, and maybe she won't go to whatever is the next level after this. Just talk and figure out what is going on. But I don't understand the prolonging of this. And so, like I said, Ty leaves, and even as she leaves, she's like looking behind her car. I'm like, are you afraid she's gonna jump out at you? Like, what is? I didn't understand the scene. So Boston, she actually does show up, and she sits down in the salon and talks to the cousin, to Hottie's cousin. She's saying, I'm number one. I've been with him for this long, and la 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 la. And I get it. Like the cousin don't want to be involved in this, and I totally get it because I wouldn't want to be involved in it either. Like this is just becoming too messy. And she did ask the girl like, "How did you, get the pictures of her?" And she says it, and we said this last week though that she has access to his Facebook, and she went into the Facebook and she got the pictures out. Um, I'm just not sure. Does she not realize what she did was illegal? Um, and hopefully she doesn't realize it because you admitted it on TV. What you've done. Um, so they just show the cousin and Boston talking, and that was pretty much the scenes with Ty this week. So, what are your thoughts? Everyone else,
Well, she said, okay, so she said she did it to get her back, right?
right?
But if she had access to his Facebook, so now I'm like, does he have, which I'm sure a lot of people do have multiple Facebooks, but the Facebook that he posted that video on, did
Mm-hmm.
she not see that? Because if I had his passwords, I would delete the video.
Yeah.
So
Or at
I'm
least
wondering if that
change
was
the
different.
audience. Change the
Yeah.
audience. Nobody could see it.
So no one could see it. I would think that he has different Facebook accounts and she has his main one.
Yeah.
And the one where he posted that video wasn't a real video. I
Yeah.
think Boston, I'm sorry, not Boston, the hairdresser has
Mm-hmm.
bitten off more than she can chew because she
Yeah.
hooked up Ty with this hottie dude. She
Yeah.
knew Boston and Hottie had a history or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, if they've been together 12 years, that's when she was 15. And wasn't he in his 30s?
Who was 15?
Boston was 15. She's 27. So 12 years is 15. And Hottie, I thought was in his 30s.
I don't remember how old Hottie was, but these
That's
people
like
will reveal
admitting the
things and
whole.
they don't. Yeah, and they don't even realize what they're revealing. Like she's probably talking and not even
What
realizing.
is 34?
Yeah, that's what I thought. So he was freaking 21 with a 15-year-old. And no wonder she's freaking nuts about him because more than likely that's her first. That's going to be her first toxic whatever. The beautician person also admitted that he's going to be in jail for a very long time. So he's
Yeah,
not getting out anytime soon.
yeah, that's where I had learned more about Ty and Hottie. They were on Sherelle's World. I'm gonna give credit for them. Um, and she said like Hottie has like 40 years. I think it's 40 years he was convicted of.
Yeah, so I don't know why Boston's holding on to somebody like that, but it would make sense if that's your first real love and you holding on. That's that toxic mentality that we've all been through at some point in time in our life. But I hope she can get past it. And if he was 22, 23, 22, messing around with a 15-year-old, of course, we already know what kind of mind frame and mind games he's played with her all this time. And I, I think that it's more so that Ty is probably the side chick. Boston probably, I think Boston, she's just, she said she's being petty. She's mad. She doesn't understand. But now he said that he's just using her for money, which we know she gave him $12,000. So I think Ty just needs to call it a day and move forward with all her other
Yeah,
business.
and I wonder if Ty, like secretly Ty, feels that way because she won't even talk to this girl and find out. I mean, that's to me is simple. Have a conversation with her, even if you don't want to meet her in person. Have a conversation with her over the phone. Figure out what's going on. Like, wait, I just don't understand this. Why is she running from Boston? But oh, I've been charged with la la la. Nobody told you you got to fight her. Just talk to her, figure out what's going on. But I think she knows Boston's gonna tell her something that she just
But
can't,
she don't want to hear.
and she
And
don't
then
want.
too, she's not young. She's
She's
almost
not.
40. So
She's
you're
not.
sitting here causing beef with somebody who's 27. If you listen to the history of their relationship based on what Boston says, you're messing you should already know as a woman, okay, sweetheart, you know what? I'm gonna let you keep your toxic relationship. I'm out. I'm just out. Like at
Yeah,
some point, it's just I'm done. It's not even worth the headache.
right.
Nobody's getting any D off of this. Ain't nobody getting any kind of
No,
satisfaction. So what the hell? Why
right,
am I fighting?
right. All right. So Egypt, we love you too, Egypt. Oh, let me drop this link so in case anybody wants to join us, and you can always join in and come up and talk to us about the show as well. All right. Any other thoughts on Hottie and Ty? I want to hear other people's thoughts on this because my opinion about this situation is very strong.
Man. So again, I'm very upset at that scene because first of all, why did they sit here and stop that? When she ran out, last time they ended it like that,
Yeah.
just for nothing to happen. So I knew some stupid stuff was going to go down because when they actually showed them to what looks like they're fighting, they were in another area. So because it like they were at like a cafe or something, I don't know, but it just don't make sense. Like I'm like, dude, stop playing with us like that. Like you made it like this from the fight or something's gonna go down. Then she run outside and it's like, oh, what's your name? Oh, sorry, And it I don't know, she was just looking crazy, and it is almost like she's scared. But if she's so scared, why did she run out there when she thought old girl was there? Unless she really knew
Yeah.
that wasn't old girl. And then, because I'm sure she was like, "Is that her? Is that her?" They would have told her, "No, that's not her."
Yeah.
Because she
And
knows
I
the girl
find it
well.
hard to believe that she hasn't found Boston on social media and already knows what Boston looks like.
Yeah,
I would find it very hard to believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That mess is like it. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. And she is on the girl's social media because obviously she knew that the girl posted the nudes. And
Right.
then she ran off. Like, and like you said, when she got in the car, she was looking all scared and stuff. So I'm like, I don't get it. I'm so lost on that.
Yeah.
And and then Boston is, I'm like Johnny. Boston is kind of, I guess, since that's maybe the only person she ever been with, or it was her first, because she, got with him so young.
Yeah.
But it's like she out here making herself look crazy too. If this dude, like you said, if he gonna be in for 40 years, I feel like, okay, he ain't gonna actually be with nobody in real life for real, because he in jail for 40 more years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you gonna wait for him that long, like, you better than me, because I'm like, ain't no way. And I don't know, like, he's perfect for Ty because he ain't never coming out. So it's like, I don't know. It's just, to me, too much drama for somebody who ain't coming out and who, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's yesterday's episode was just, I don't know. I ain't that happy with it either. Because it was just like a bunch of confusion and silliness. I'm like,
Yeah. I feel like it didn't need to or even have to be that way. But I'm sorry if somebody had posted my news. Oh, I would have stayed there because we're gonna have a discussion.
yeah,
We'll have a discussion. We're gonna fight or something, but we're gonna talk. And this is my
yeah,
opportunity. And there's something else that I also thought about the last time. The cousin knew of, or at least of Boston, because if y'all remember, she called Boston, so she has Boston's number in her phone.
Yeah, she does know the beautician.
Hmm.
That's what I was saying. The beautician got herself in the middle because she apparently hooked Ty up with
Yeah.
Hottie.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So she done put herself in the middle and caused all this unnecessary drama
All right.
because she knows the relationship.
Hmm.
yeah.
And what she need to do is be honest with your girl. With Ty, that's your homegirl. Be honest with her. Like, look, I thought they whatever, but yeah, maybe they back on or something. Just something. I don't know. I'm just getting aggravated with this thing because I feel like I don't know,
Yeah.
almost like I'm not getting the whole story or something. I don't really know how to describe that. All right, so Sean, thoughts and opinions on Ty and Hottie.
So you done, Reese?
Yeah, I'm done.
Did he fall asleep?
I think he did because he said, "Is that Reese?"
No, he said, you done? He's like,
Oh,
you done? But I mean, I'm
Anyway,
still tripping off of you in the bed, like, literally. Like, go ahead.
anyways, uh, the fact that they, like I said about old boy on that scooter, they could have
uh,
took that time and put it towards this time and gave it to Ty last week instead of cutting it off. So they're gonna
Yeah, and finish that
stuff
stupid mess.
because that was just ridiculous. She run up out there, she passed the girl, and as she passed the girl, then turn around. Now let's say if that was Boston, and Boston know you come running up out there, or if I was Boston and you come running up out there and you ask if I'm Boston, I would have hit you from behind because
that's
obviously you.
exactly what I was going to
Uh,
say. You turned your back on her. Everybody knows you don't turn
mhm.
your back on somebody that you're
Nope.
trying to fight.
Nope. Yep. So she knew that was in Boston. Uh, and another thing that makes me believe that she know who Boston is because when she went to the producers, she said that chick posted my stuff. So the producers, they know who Boston is because they mic'd her up, you know,
Yeah.
and they put her on added her to the show. So I'm pretty sure she know who Boston is.
Yep.
It's a little bit uh too much unnecessary drama. Because, like you said, if she wanted to talk to the chick, she could just sit there calmly, let the girl come in, talk to her then. Or if you wanted to fight her, sit there calmly, let the girl come in, and soon as she come in, then you jump on her. Bum rush her then. But uh, she was scared, talking about she thinking that the girl might have something. She want to be on her own turf. I took that as she wants to see the girl by herself and she wants to sneak up on the girl and she wants to be the first person to throw the licks. So she wants to ambush her instead of being the one that get ambushed. Even though I don't think she would have got ambushed because she was the one that wanted, to meet Boston there. So I was like, isn't
Yeah.
that should be a neutral ground, seeing how y'all both know the cousin. So
And then, like you said, you made a good point. Whenever the girls show up, even if she meets you on neutral turf, the producers have to mic her up and everything else. So
right.
if you're worried about her showing up, I don't
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I thought that was, and then you done already walked past the back of your car to go to the door, and then you're gonna turn around and go back to the back of the car like the girl just gonna jump from underneath your car. You would have should already saw her when she had came through.
Yeah. Oh, Ty was scared. She was very scared.
Uh-huh. So I'm like, I don't know. That's to me, she needs to. Well, she ain't growing up anytime soon. And the reason why she is fighting over Heidi is because she know Heidi's gonna be in jail for 40 years. So that means that she have a 40-year relationship. Because he can't come out. So she don't never have to worry about him coming out to
That's
wants
true.
to see him. I mean see her and spend time with her because she loves prison people.
Right.
And that's why Heidi moved all the way up to number 2, number 1, because BB might be getting out soon. So she got to find herself someone that's going to be in prison forever. And then that's her forever love. And
I
that
mean,
is,
there's plenty of lifers that she could get her hands on.
she might can find one. Especially she showing off her boobies. But and and then that bathtub, if nothing else, get it that bathtub, because one of them
Yeah.
lifers might be able to get a trade on how to fix bathtubs and be like, hey, I can come over and fix your tub for you, spruce it up and make it look more fancy. But yeah, I don't know. She got issues herself in her mindset, because she can move on. So she claims she can move on, so she should just let it go and move on. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling too well. Yes, I'm all snuggled because I'm cold.
Yeah, he's taking one for the team joining us today.
But thanks for asking. I really appreciate that.
I think it's funny all the time. Excuse me. I've had the mic off, the camera off, laid up in bed, not feeling well. And I could have just went ahead and looked, just laid on the pillow and been like, hey, what's up?
You
I
see,
know.
that's
That's why my camera off, because I got a headache and want to lay down.
see
Shoot.
that's the
But I ain't
difference
confident
between,
like Sean.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the difference between me and you all. See, y'all care. I don't care.
You don't care.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
care.
Check me
true.
out now. I
Yeah.
don't care either. I don't
Mhm.
care.
There you go.
Yeah, you
There
care
you
because you
go.
ain't gonna be on long.
You letting Sean gas you up,
See,
Howard.
she ain't on long. She care. She care too much. I don't care.
That's
I
funny.
don't
Y'all gonna
care.
say
I'm
what y'all
leaving
gonna
like
say
that.
about me.
I don't care
Mhm.
either. I'm so uncomfortable.
So you gonna let him gas you up like that, huh?
I'm so uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable.
That's
Okay.
pretty
Mhm.
funny.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to Santiba and Taisley.
Just can we just not?
Yeah, I gotta do it because they're a couple.
OMG,
Even
yes.
though I feel like I'm watching a tween. She acts like a tween. Am I the only one that sees that?
She does, and she looks so old.
You said she,
Yes.
you said
Weird.
she act like a what?
A tween,
What is
Yeah.
that?
a kid, a preteen.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So Agent's ready to help you, Sean. And trust me, that's my tea lady right there. She'll get you hooked up.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she has all the good teas.
I'll get your information from Nene before after the show's over with.
Okay. So yeah, so we see this lady. And she's talking about that she has her friend over, and she's talking about he's getting out, that Taisley's getting out in a week. Actually, next week. All right,
Towsy.
so Talsey, what did I call him?
Taisley.
Because I don't know his name. I
It's
don't know
Towsy.
his name. Huh?
Towsy. Towsy.
Talsley.
Towsy. Towsy.
Talsey.
Yeah.
Talsey.
Towsy or whatever. Yeah.
Let me call him Taisley, like Paisley. I'm gonna call him Taisley. Okay, that's his nickname. He's Taisley. Okay, so Taisley, she's also happy that this is going to be their last night of email sex. They, she kind of tells us tells her friend what email sex is. So they say what they want to do to each other, hit send. Then they have to wait. It could take a day or whatever for the other person to respond back. All right. So the next
He
thing we
must be using Viagra.
she's
I
using
mean,
Viagra.
He is.
Why not just write it out all at once and let that person fantasize and do what they do, and then you send
Exactly.
your fantasy back? Why are you doing, I want to kiss on you right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that thing that comes before foreplay?
What comes
I
before?
don't know. No,
I
yeah,
don't know.
I know there's
Look,
foreplay,
I
the
guess
act
that's
itself, and afterplay.
okay. 'Cause I was gonna say maybe that's what they doing. They doing the thing that come before foreplay.
They're
That's why
doing
they on the sin.
foreplay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, but whatever they're doing, it sounds very.
Stupid.
Well, I guess that's the only thing that you can do, but it just sounds childish to me. That's why I'm like, she just reminds me of a tween. Yeah, this is how I imagine a tween would act if they had a relationship with an inmate.
Dang,
Actually,
I can't get that chin
there we go
anymore.
again. We're gonna go there.
That bulldog chin. I can't get it anymore, y'all. That's a good thing, but dang.
Absolutely. Okay, so she's telling her homegirls they're out drinking, and she's saying that she's gonna move to Georgia. She's she's just like, oh, I'm gonna move to Georgia. He's gonna move in with her mom, with his mom, and then he's gonna move her down. Okay. Um, and she says he's getting out, and tomorrow when he gets out, they're gonna drive to Macon, Georgia, because that's where his halfway house is. And then she's been waiting 9 months to see him. So all of this, blah blah blah. And so Taisley ends up calling, and he tells her there's a problem with his release, and so he's not getting out when he thought he was. It may be like another month or so, right? And she's like, "Oh, I rented a car and I got us a hotel room. Oh, I just got so frustrated watching them. All right, what were y'all's thoughts watching this? And what do y'all think about him saying that all of a sudden now he can't get out of prison? And that maybe it'll be another month.
I guess because we just don't know the way the law works with that kind of stuff. But I would find it so hard to believe that you could. I know they don't have rights or freedom, but I really think that's cruel that you would give somebody the idea that they're getting out and then change your mind and say, oh, we made a mistake. You have another month. So part of me doesn't believe it, but then I don't know if that's just the way it is and people can just make mistakes like that. That seems like a huge mistake to make on somebody's release.
I do believe he's probably getting out on time. He just doesn't want her to.
He doesn't want to. That's what I was thinking.
But I'm thinking, and then we saw like the little clip for next week where apparently she's gonna see something on Facebook that's gonna upset her. So I think it's him playing games with
her. Okay. Because I was like, that's just cruel. And I couldn't imagine. I mean, people just don't have sense anymore, common sense to say that doesn't make sense. Ask questions. And then, of course, he calls at 8:28 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
knowing that they're
the phone is
yeah. And so then he can't even explain. I'd be done. And the next email you finna get is a big F you.
Right. Right.
But she's annoying. Oh my gosh. I can't. She's totally annoying.
Yeah. All right. So any other thoughts on Santiba and Taisley?
Yeah, I don't know. That chick is like, she's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. I can't, like, I want her character to go away too because she gets on my nerves. Like, I'm proud of her for her weight loss and all that stuff. 'Cause, she had her little stuff and was like, oh, I'm so excited to be able to wear this and all this. Now I'm like, I'm happy for her on that. But this relationship and her and the way she is mentally, like, yeah, she too old for that. She too old to be acting like she freaking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, a tween. And that chick she just looks so old. It just makes me mad. And when you see somebody that look that old acting like that, like just
Right.
like literally. And then her friends be gassing her up. I'm like, y'all stop. Like I like the one friend who was keeping it real. The rest of them, like, y'all gassing her up. Now stop, because y'all know this dude playing her.
I think the last time I was so agitated by a scene was when I saw that grandma with Stan, and I'm like, okay, so you're about to give up some coochie for some Lunchables? Like, you too old for this. Like, are you serious? For some Lunchables and some warm wine? Like, you're too old
she's knocking that towards the end. She got to get what she can before she leaves.
But you gonna do it that cheaply?
Yeah, why not? Tomorrow I might not be here. At least I know I'm getting something today.
Even if I feel like I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, I'm not giving up the coochie for some Lunchables and some warm, cheap wine.
That what you say now because you're 21.
I know, right?
Wait
look, when you become
wait till you're 67 and it's been a couple years.
When you get to Santiva's age,
look, I'm not gonna be somebody's grandma busting it open for probably an off-name brand Lunchable.
Yeah.
In that Lunchable.
That's what you say now.
I ain't see them.
I'm with you, Sean. I'll be 67. It's been a couple years. I get a Lunchable. Yay! I didn't even.
Oh no! Look, I don't be afraid. I'm gonna walk in there.
Be like, man,
girl, at least make him get you some Uber Eats. No, you're not doing this.
No, be like, what is that ham or is that turkey?
I know, right? I'm probably right there with her.
Say yeah. You told me all that crazy stuff. You gonna say you ain't had to give it no Lunchable? I was coming over here to give it to you.
I was coming over here free.
But thanks for the lunch.
And I get lunch.
I got lunch.
I wasn't expecting lunch. I should have came early. You probably gave me breakfast.
No.
No,
we cannot normalize.
If we're doing this in 20 years, we'll see what she be doing, Sean.
$1.99 Lunchable. We can't normalize that. No.
That is too funny.
You're gonna be like, no, I can't have those crackers. You know,
I can't eat that cheese.
Yeah.
See, there you go. You can't even eat the cheese. So what? No, be like, no, sir.
Too much milk in that cheese.
Go bust out that little. Go bust out that little ankle grill you got. Go bust it out. Throw some meat on there. You gonna do something here.
Yeah, he'll put that Lunchable on that grill for you.
Yeah,
hey, grill that Lunchable with me. We might be talking.
Get it nice and seared for you.
It's gonna be flipped up like some
bologna.
We know
that'll be Santiva in a few years. Yeah, that'll be Santiva. She keep on. Keep up with her mess. That's gonna be her.
And and the way she talk about old boy, her friends is like, is it love or lust? But the way she be talking about him, she like, I just can't wait to be with him. I like his looks, his body.
Yeah. And then all those white thongs that she had packed up.
Yeah. It sound like love.
At first, I didn't know what that was when she pulled that stuff out. I was like, what on earth? Why she got some strings?
And then it was funny. She was like, it's so nice to be able to wear little things like this. I'm like, girl, you bought the biggest pair you could find, huh?
Nene. You wrong for that.
Me.
Why you being like that?
Because I felt like her thongs were going to be too big for her.
Okay, but she said she lost like 100 pounds, so that meant them things was even bigger.
Go get some new ones.
No, she said these are little for her. So hey, let her feel little.
Those were still big. Those look.
She's not small, but she lost a lot of weight. I mean, but she lost a lot. That's why I said I'm happy.
Look, am I being judged right now? Like I was the one over there giving it up for a Lunchable now.
Santiva ain't gave it up for no Lunchable. She went out there and getting her pictures
on that road. Yeah, she's on the road. No, you know what Santiva
she gave it up for Udi News.
Yeah, she the one got her pictures getting sold for news.
Cheap Lunchables. That's what Santiva would have done. She would have came through the door with the Lunchables.
Yes, she would have.
You know.
Yes, you would. Yeah. That chick. I still can't get over how old she look. I'm like, dude. And then she was like, and once he see me, he ain't gonna never want to leave. I'm like, okay.
Oh no, Reese, that was a little mean. That was a little mean, Reese.
Because he don't realize she that old. When he see how old she is.
I know he's got
Oh, he
filter.
don't
He got
realize.
filter pictures.
Yeah, we got them old pictures of her doing TikTok dances. That was back when TikTok wasn't even TikTok. What did it used to be?
What do you mean, like Vine or something?
Yeah, it's like there's some old Vine videos and junk. Like she knows she don't look like that.
He not gonna care the first week.
Well, he ain't gonna
After
care.
that
Look,
week,
and then they hitting that Anissa on him because he's on some pullover on a dirt road. I'm like,
I was gonna say, yeah, you sitting here, she would be happy to get a damn Lunchable. Hell, she wants it on a dirt road in a truck bed.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Look, she would have did it for a can of potted meat.
Yeah,
Sean,
she,
Charlie.
yeah.
Talking about
I
Yeah,
was
Sean
like,
and,
dang, you ain't
girl.
had sex in
Yeah.
how long? She said, what, 7 years?
who?
Is that how
Something
long
like-
she hasn't had sex?
It's
Santiva?
either her or Ty haven't had sex in 7 years. I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember. But to not
I
have sex
think
that
it's
long and the
7.
first time you have it is on a dirt road in a dirt
Yeah.
bed truck,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good. If I ain't had it that long, I'll wait.
Yeah, I can wait an hour or so till we get to some
You
cheap
know,
hotel.
till you get to the damn hotel. Goodness.
Yeah. And then you get a rental, so rent a SUV or something. Like, why would you get something that you gotta get into the back of a?
And then I
You know
hope
what I'm
all the
saying?
car
But she
companies
said she
sue
need
her.
room.
Yeah, all the car companies, if she comes and rents a van or SUV from you, don't let her rent it.
I know, you better cancel that
You
reservation.
better steam
already
clean
know
that
what she
thing when you
did.
get it back.
Yeah.
And if she gonna have on that all that white, that's not gonna be nasty. On the back of a dirt road wearing white
Yeah,
lingerie.
wearing white.
What is
She
this?
only gonna have it on for a second, y'all. It ain't gonna be on that long.
It
That's
might be
just
he might be in such shock and like, I don't know if I want to take it off. He might have it on there longer than a minute.
Shame on y'all.
He's taking off like, whoa,
Yeah.
he's so huge.
This time it was Johnny. But, you know, it was a little messy, but I'm here for that. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I imagine he take them things off. They're gonna be so big. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh,
What is
wait a minute.
this?
Wait. Oh, it's okay for you to pick up.
Uh-huh.
No, I just threw it in there. You say you're here for it.
I am. But see, when I was trying to go in,
I know.
stop me.
Nah, you go ahead because you know I'm here for it too. That chick old, and I'm like, this is the first time I really felt like somebody really lied. And then the fact that they got two different ages going around out there, and both of them wrong.
Yeah.
She just forgot how old she is. That's all it is.
She's like, I'm
Yeah.
39, 41. I don't know.
Oh yeah, she's the real life dang, what's that Zeke? She's the real life Zeke.
Oh yes. Anybody watch Power? Even in our comments, anybody watch Power? Yeah. So if you watch Power, then you know the reference that Johnny just made. Yes.
Yeah.
You know it. All right. So, any other comments on? Now I'm trying to remember the name I gave him. Taisley and Santiva. All right. So we move on to Haley and Dalton. Okay, so
Why y'all
her
shake y'all
lawyer-
head? Why y'all shake y'all head? Y'all had to shake y'all
because
head.
it's
Yes.
ridiculous.
This was the episode of stupidity.
Yeah,
Right.
it was.
And it just hurts to see all these dumbass women.
Or as our sis Egypt said, delusion. It was just full of
Delusion.
delusions.
Dumb,
She
Dumb.
loved that man.
stupid.
Okay, but
You
you
do,
still
and I
have
feel
to
so
be
bad. I
realistic.
told her she the sweetest one. I feel so
She
bad.
is.
for her.
I'll give that to her. She does seem like the sweetest person on the show. But at the same token,
She
She
young.
said the right comment. She said the perfect comment that she should have been thinking when she was giving that man the money in the first place.
Mhm.
That's money I could have given my son. That's money you
Yeah.
should have been giving your son.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel so stupid. You should, because you should have been investing in your son, not some
Yeah.
man in prison.
Right.
Like, come on.
I give
Yeah,
her a
the
pass.
boyfriend you could
young.
never get when you were in high school. That's
Yeah,
what,
you
like,
stuck
you-
on stupid.
Mhm.
And he knows that, and he's been taking advantage.
right. Okay, so let's go into this. Okay, so Haley gets a call from her lawyer. His name is Buzz. I love it. I couldn't come up with a nickname better.
Right.
I like Buzz.
Buzz.
So Buzz. Y'all gonna hear me saying Buzz a lot. I like it. So Buzz calls her, or his office calls her and asks her to come by. So she comes in, and so Buzz, he basically lets her know, like, the last time I talked to you and I talked to you about him, you didn't really want to hear, what I kind of had to say about him. You spent a lot of money on him, so, I've done some of my own research and I have found out that, Dalton has an ex who has a criminal past. She has quite a criminal past, and that she's currently locked up, from my understanding, and she has a fine coming up. And if she does not pay the fine before she goes to court, then she's gonna, or I guess she'll get locked up or something like that to that effect. And he said the fine is around the same amount of money that Dalton had asked Haley for. So I guess Haley had revealed to Buzz that Dalton had asked her for $500 or $600, and so he tells her that, and then so of course, she starts up the waterworks and she's crying, and it's a woe is me. I spent more money on him than I have on my son. I could have, that was a whole car that I basically gave him. um, was what she was doing. And my thing is, it's like, Haley, like, I get it. You finally got snagged the guy that you've always wanted, but you still have to be mindful and make smart decisions. You've allowed him to be controlling towards you, and he ain't even there. You know, you allow him to disrupt your whole mood where you were hanging out with your son, and then he messed up your whole mood where you came back and you weren't even the same. And you could tell your son felt some type of way about you not even being the same when you walked back up. Like, whatever you are doing in your life, you still got to remember that you're still a mom, and that your child, if they should come first. That's not your husband. Dalton's not your husband, so he should not be coming first. Your son should, and his future should. So for you to send that man enough money that he could have bought a car with it, that's crazy to me. It's just crazy. All right, so what are y'all thoughts on Haley and Dalton? Because I could go on forever picking apart that stuff.
I feel so bad, man, because she's just so sweet. But
He
that
is.
dude, like, it was obvious. Like, like, first of all, the dad already told us she ain't his type, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then he all extra control and he this and that. And it just makes sense that he got another, that he's still fooling with his ex or whatever. Like, I don't think his intentions really are to be with her when he come out. And I just felt bad for her. And I know, like, she's making dumb decisions, hopefully going forward.
Yeah.
She, like, does
Stop.
what she needs to do and focus on her and her son. She got the house now, regardless of what Dalton, anything
Yeah.
dealing with him. You did a good thing for you and your child.
Mm.
What money you got left, quit paying his bills, quit spending money on him. Do for you and your child. Leave that dude
Yeah.
alone, or make him. I feel like give it more time, let him prove himself. Don't give him no more money
Right.
though. I wish she would.
Right.
I hope this was a learning lesson for
He
her.
needs to
Because,
focus on making that trailer a home for her and her son. And then
yes,
you can worry about a man, or I
yeah.
wouldn't help on another one financially until I got all of that straight.
Yeah, and definitely not any more than him. Like, he got a lot of explaining to do. How all of a sudden that girl was able to pay her thing as soon as I sent you money. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why you even still dealing with this chick? It's a lot of
Right.
stuff he needs to answer before she even has anything else really to say to him. But I don't know. I just felt, my heart just felt so sad for her. I'm like, man, I'm so sick of this dude. Like, I want to go in there and just punch him in the face. Like, I'm so sick of him. I want to shake her and say, walk away. And then I just can't stand him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know that it's enough though, because
Probably not.
when you
And your
look at
thoughts?
what she says next week, she says something else, and I'm like, did she just not learn her lesson? Like, this is your lesson. After this, now you really are. You just in it to be taken
Yeah.
advantage of.
Yeah.
So I hated to hear it too, but I was just like, when you sat there and said, yeah, this is money you will probably never get into again, because no one wants to be in a car accident that can pay out that much money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
And
don't
then,
know what kind of
yeah.
hardship she's going to have afterwards or forever or whatever. So you can't pray that happens to you again so you can get another payout.
Yeah,
You
and it's like
know,
once the money is gone, it's gone
it's
because it's not
gone.
earned that money. It was not
So
say it like that, but it's not like that is a continuous amount of money coming to you. Once that's gone, it's gone.
right. So shout out to Buzz for taking care of his clients like that and
Yeah.
treating her. He basically treats her. He truly treats her like that's his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
like
treating
that.
her like a client. You know what I'm saying? And I
right,
think that's pretty cool because he really does have her best interests at heart.
Yeah, he
right.
does.
And to be able to have the proof, and that's what what's her face needs. That Harry and what's her face, she
Harry and
needs
Indy.
proof. You know what I'm saying? She needs to see it. I think in order to think maybe something's not right with her situation with Harry or whatever. Because I don't know, is she giving him money too?
Mm-hmm.
Is the only one not giving out money is Gabby?
Oh
And then
boy,
Gabby and then
it's
old boy said
another
he
one.
ain't
oh
spent no
boy,
money on no
Oh,
girl.
Max. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
The
Alien.
alien, he don't have cash.
Yeah, of course he doesn't.
My thing is, you're doing OnlyFans. How do you? I don't know. Let me stop there.
Yeah, so I just, I hope it's a learning point for her. I hope she can stay firm and put her foot down and say, I'm not giving you any more money. I
But
don't, that's just not, I'm done. But I hope she can. But if she can't, then he's gonna take everything she has
Yep.
and she ain't gonna be able to get it back.
mm-mm.
Nope. And I feel bad for her because I get it. She's a single mom. She's probably struggling. I can't imagine that she's making a whole lot of money being, what was she calling it? A
A
cleaning
cleaning
tech?
technician.
So I know she's, cleaning houses and things. So I'm pretty sure her,
Well, they can make pretty good money if you do $20 an hour, or you can set your schedule $25 an
yeah,
hour.
I mean,
You do
it all,
5, 6 houses. Yeah,
I
she
mean,
can
it
make
all
some good
depends.
money.
It all depends because I know like if she's actually working like at a job, because I know like at my job they don't make that much money. So I know like if you are actually working for, I don't even know what company to throw out, but just a company. A lot of times they don't pay them very much. They're like the lowest paid. But I get it if she's doing it on her own and she has her own business, and she's able to go to multiple houses. Maybe she's doing okay for herself. But
Yeah, I thought it was like her house or whatever, because they charge a pretty decent amount of money per hour, depending
yeah,
on
if
how
they're
many people you have coming into your house to clean it too.
Yeah. So
So
it all depends on how she's doing it. Like I said, if she's, cleaning at like a school or something, we know they're not paying them a lot of money. But if
yeah,
she's doing it on her own and going to different houses, just depends on how many houses she's cleaning. So, it just depends, I feel like, on that. But, you know, I know being a single mom, it's got to be hard for her, and to know she's been spending all this money, and then it upset her so much. She was thinking, oh, I've sent him enough, they could have bought a car. That's a lot of money, no matter how much you really make that you sent to this
Yeah,
man. That's a lot of money.
yeah.
So,
Well, I laughed.
mhm.
Yes, I did. I showed it. Did I laughed?
Okay.
Then I felt bad because I talked bad about the father. I said he was a bag of vinegar and water. And
Hmm.
so I had to apologize to him because he tried to warn her. And
He
she
did.
warned her mom warned her, Buzz warned her, the friend that she just met warned her. She had all these warnings. And
yeah,
now that it happens. Because it said wisdom can be learning from someone else's experience, and then you make your adjustments based off of that. So she had all of the people to give her all of the stuff that she could have made the right decision, but no, she went with love instead of reality, and that he's going to change. But you don't know nothing about this man. He's stuck in
Mm-mm.
prison, and he living his life in there, and he wants to be on the outside, and he gonna do and say whatever. All of them, even the women too, they're gonna do and say whatever they want to do, say to you to get you to give them what they want. And just like Indy mom was telling her, that they've been playing this game for a long time, so they know how to play this off your emotions and stuff. So he played off her emotions because he probably knew that she had this big old crush on her, and that he can get what he want from her because he know how she was. Now, Odu is going to say that I didn't give that woman that money. Because Buzz had said allegedly he did, and all of the evidence points to that he did. But he gonna say, who you gonna believe? You gonna believe me or you gonna believe him? And she gonna, over maybe 5 minutes thinking about it, she gonna believe Dalton. Now I hope she have enough sense to listen to her mom and not put Dalton on that lease, or on the
deed.
On the deed, yes, on the deed, because Dalton gonna come out and take that house, and she ain't gonna be able to have a leg to stand on. But she, like I said, I also felt bad for her because out of all of them on there, she's the youngest, and she really do need to learn. And young folks now, they won't listen to anybody. They think they have all the answers, and I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show you. And I say some old folks too, so I'm not going to just put it on young people. So she wants to prove that they love was going to prove. So hopefully she will see this and learn from it. But as we see, it's not going to, because the next episode, the things that she's saying. But she do need to realize that money is not going to, she can't replace that money. She could have had herself a new car. She could have put that money towards her son's college fund. She could have put that money towards a bigger house. All that stuff that she's going to see that she could have used that money for instead of using it on him. And hopefully she can move on and find someone else that's going to be able to appreciate her, because she do seem like a sweet girl, and that she really would be faithful to whoever she is with. Just don't let her cook your steak dinner, men. That's all I got to say. Don't let her cook for you. You do all the cooking. So yeah, do all the cooking. And mashed potatoes. Don't eat her mashed potatoes.
No mashed potatoes.
No mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I really just wonder, when you're writing these people and it starts becoming like a phone conversation, when does even the conversation of money come up? And then how is it you feel like you can take money from your kids' mouths, the food off their plates, the clothes off their backs, to give these men money? Like, I keep saying I want to try this and figure out how they can really get in my head like that I'll actually send them even $10.
They're probably playing upon what they figure out, because you got to think they have all day, all year long to think of ways to do whatever it is that they want to do to you. And they're also probably studying you. This is what I'm imagining. As they're talking to you, they figure out what your insecurities are, and then they play upon that. If they know you just want somebody to love you because you've never had that, then they're going to pretend like, oh, they love you, and they love you because of, your legs, and you hate your legs. So that's probably what they're doing. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think Dalton, he knows that, for her, that's her dream guy. So as long as he's making it seem like he's going to be that dream guy for her, then she's going to pay up because she wants to keep that. She wants that dream guy.
I think there's probably one guy, maybe two, that if I found out they were in jail and I reached out to them, I really don't know, though, that I would be able to say, well, I don't have enough for groceries, but I'll go ahead and send you money so I can talk to you on the phone. Because I always put my kids first. So I just, that mindset, I just don't understand.
It's three guys.
No,
it's
two.
3 guys. It's not 2.
No, it's just 2.
What's the
but I think it's and then I also think it's different because they're not.
Whatever his name is.
Who?
The black dude that's y'all be always crazing about.
Oh, Elba Idris.
Yeah.
Well, he never be in jail, so that's
so he's number 3. So he's number 3.
Yeah,
if he go to jail right now, you'd be like, "Oh, I'll give you $5."
I think anybody'd give him money. It wouldn't be just me.
Oh, I proposed to him while he's
especially if he love me. Shoot,
yeah,
get that whole check.
You're right. You're right.
Now
Sean,
I told you it was 3.
although he would never be in jail.
Yeah. But I think the difference,
She too
like
fine for that.
Johnny, is that they are playing upon these women's insecurities.
And that's why
Yeah,
I say
because that's
that
being
men
spoken to
are
them.
more mature than women. Even
You
though
know
y'all
what,
wants
Sean?
to
Don't
say
start
not,
that.
men are more
Where's he
mature
coming from with all this
than women.
randomness? Like, what that
All
ain't got
right.
nothing to do with
More
He's
nothing.
not
mature.
feeling
Yes, it
well.
does. Yes,
Look,
it
so
does. Because that man know how
uh-oh.
to play on your
Look,
emotions.
Racy, he's
Mm.
not feeling well. He has typhoid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's right. That's that fever talk.
Yes, that's the fever talking.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I'm gonna
that
just
is.
keep on saying stuff then. Yellow is up and purple is down.
That
What?
is funny. Yellow
Blue
is
is
up
all
and purple
around.
down.
And men are more mature than women, like I said. Bah humbug.
Coming from a man being petty right now.
Being sick right now.
Yeah, I can be petty.
He probably ain't even sick. You know how men get when they he just got
They
like
stubbed their
he
toe.
sneezed. Look, he sneezed one time, now he in the bed.
Racy, look, he stubbed his toe. And now he's
Mm.
sick.
And that's why I said men are more mature than women,
I'm
because
sorry, he
we
got
have
a
enough
splinter.
sense. We have
He got a
enough
splinter.
sense to know that if we stub our toe, we need to get in the bed and not try to walk around on it. Now,
That's right.
we got
Because
enough sense to know if
then
we
once your
coughing
foot
to
falls
get in the
off,
bed.
then you
That's
might
right.
finally go to a hospital.
That's right. Because we know that if you're going to go to the hospital because of stub toe, it's going to cost you like $100, and you don't want to be wasting that money when you can go and take care of the whole foot. Nah, how about those apples? All right.
He crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
somebody go take Sean's temperature over there.
I
I
probably
agree
should
with you on
say
a lot of things,
negative.
Sean, but I don't agree on that one.
No, you don't have to agree. I got the guys out there. They know. They all know.
And that's why
Because
it's
let me tell
silent.
you
Ain't
here
now
what
dude
had
out there that
happened.
said yes.
That
Right.
This is what happened here. Some man was trying to date some young girl. And that man's father was like, no, you can't date my child. So that man went on and claimed that he came up with these here studies that women are more mature than men, so that he can justify dating that woman, that little girl. So
He was simping.
that's right.
If that's what you're saying, he was simping. That's why that was.
Yeah, exactly whatever you just said. I'm right. That's all I got to say about that.
That's funny. When he started saying that, I just started hearing Bernie Mac talking about stripping.
It's funny because for me, when he started saying that, I started hearing, what was that thing you was doing the other day? We were on the phone, the random screaming cuss words and stuff just was popping
Yeah.
out. That's what I heard.
You see that? You see how mature y'all ladies are handling this conversation? Hmm? Proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. That's all I got to
That's
say.
funny.
Oh, the proof is in the pudding, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Now back
I
to
mean,
old
we were at
girls.
least being honest. We don't get any credit for that. Okay.
Y'all tried. But I say right now, the one that's being mature is Reese, because she was quiet the whole time. So
Because all I heard was
there you go right there.
Wah, wah,
Yes.
wah, wah.
Well, then never mind. She just moved it. She just lost her maturity level too. Oh
You know
well.
the other one I heard. You remember how when our kids were little and they're like, "Mama, Mama, let me tell you a story, Mom, real quick." I heard that too mixed in there a little bit.
I just kept hearing Bernie Mac, boy. Long time ago. Long time ago. Back in Africa.
Absolutely. Okay, so our last couple is Gabby and Chris. Okay, so Gabby, she meets up with Chris's brother Steven. All right, so she's saying she wants to meet up with him because she wants to ask him some questions about his brother. Ding, 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 ding. When as women are we going to realize his family is not your friends? So even if he's sleeping with 100 women, he's writing 1,000 women, they are not going to tell you that. So I don't know what answers you really think you're going to get from his brother. But she does ask him, and the brother, he's seems like he's being genuine and sincere with him. But again, he's not going to rat out his brother. So I don't know how far, he could be a great liar like his brother. We don't know. But I just felt like she was barking up the wrong tree with that. And so she also, and so his brother says no, he believes that she is the only one that his brother is talking to. She also brings up their mother, which I'm like, girl, leave the mama out. And she's like, well, I think your mom doesn't like me. And, he's just like, well, no, our mom wants to make sure that you can be trusted, you know, and that you have Chris's best interest at heart. That's where she's coming from with it. And he's like, you got to kind of figure out a way to work this out because y'all have got to get along or there's going to be problems. Um, which, I mean, what the brother said was very true. Um, especially in my experience dating African American men, like, you don't really want to cause confusion with his mom and trying to put him in the middle of any of that. You don't really want to do that. Um, but, hopefully, she will figure out a way to try to get along with Chris's mom. I hope so. But what did you guys think of Gabby and Chris this week?
Again, based on that conversation from last week, I just didn't feel like he admitted anything to that lady outside of they weren't married because they played that part again and she said, this girl said y'all are married and y'all are blah, 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 blah. And he said, we're not married. They're not married.
They're legally married.
Yeah, legally married. And they're not. So he was like, he could be honest about that because they aren't. But everything else about it, I just didn't get the vibe that I got the vibe like he said. I just was trying to get off the phone. But then I thought it was funny because if you want to get off the phone, then don't you just hang up?
Oh, well, this is my thing. If you wanted to get off the phone with her, why did you call her?
Why did you call? Yeah, because it's not like she can call you.
Right.
Right? So what did he call her for? I guess would be the question. Because it's not that they have kids together. I guess we would have to understand why he called her in the first place.
Right.
Or did she bait him to call? Like, hey, I need to tell you something. Can you call me? I don't know, because they said email, that you can email them or whatever. Or because he did say she was from his past. And I think he said he didn't recall that they were even still talking, is what the brother said. But I get it. The brother can say anything. But I think his face kind of looked like he's still talking to her. Like he was kind of confused by that conversation. So I don't know how long ago that clip could be. What if that clip was when they first started talking? I don't know. But it's weird that Gabby's so insecure because I'm sorry. If a man gave me $60,000, you wouldn't be able to convince me otherwise. Be like, I think you're just mad because I got 60 and you didn't. I think you're going to try and taint my relationship. You can try, but it ain't going to work because I'm sitting on 60.
If you count the ring,
here's my ring.
And if you count the ring, she's sitting on 65.
That's 65. So here's my ring. Keep talking. I'm listening. Yep. Keep on. Like I don't see how you could you wouldn't be able to taint my my thoughts just based on the actions.
It's really bothering her. Yeah.
On the actions
days, several people that she's had to talk to about this. Yeah.
To get convinced otherwise. I do agree with you guys though, because based on what his brother just said about her having to figure out how to get along with his mother, I do think that once they see that tape or once he sees that tape, there might be an issue. Now, granted, she didn't say it to the mother actually, but the idea that she called his mom out of her name after the fact and then realizing that they are close, that might cause issues.
Yeah, because you could tell, because like when the brothers talking, about the mom, you could tell that chances are the mom and Chris, or at least the mom and her boys, they have a good relationship.
They do.
And if that relationship is there, you can't be disrespectful.
You can't. I don't see how that's going to work. So she's going to have to learn. But then, like I said, too, you can't be surprised someone who talks to their mom crazy wouldn't talk to yours. Like she doesn't have a respect for the authority.
So I almost wonder, does he realize how she behaves with her mom? I wonder if he realizes that.
He might not.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
wouldn't see how not. She has to tell him what she said. If you're having a conversation, or if she's not being honest. Because if you're having a conversation with the person when you're like, my mom didn't want to go and I was really upset, and I just loved her. She doesn't seem like that kind of person. She seems like she'd be like, I told that bitch, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or if she did tell him that, he could think that she's one of those type of people. Because we all got a friend that's like that. Like, yeah, I told that bitch to go sit down and that. And no, she really didn't.
yeah, she didn't.
So,
Yeah.
so
But in
she,
her case, she did.
yeah. But so
So
he could be thinking that she's behaving like that, maybe, because he's like, oh, she's so sweet with me. I don't think she really did that with her.
she's not capable of it. But
Hmm.
I don't
But
know. I think
I think she
we'll
needs to fix
see.
that and fix it quickly.
I think the whole thing, yeah, she needs to apologize before he sees it and just say, "Hey, I
Yeah,
was in
even
this
before the
moment.
mom sees it, I think she needs to
I
talk.
apologize." Right. I would be the bigger person and do it that way, especially if you're thinking you're going to be married into the family. It's not for the mom to have to be cool with you.
Right.
It's in those kind of situations. Now, I have seen where men don't care about what their mom thinks and they'll cut their mom out their lives for years and years and years, and the wife
Yeah.
has control or the woman has control over their lives. So I've seen it both ways. But
Yeah.
for men who really do care about their moms and who really take their mom's opinions or thoughts, uh, or not even so much that, just the respect they have for their mom, you're not going
Mhm.
to be able to get away with that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
So hopefully she just be the bigger person. Say, hey, when I got off the phone, I called you out your name. I apologize. I just wanted you to know before you see it.
Right.
Because that actually probably will give you more clout and respect
Yeah.
than you
And
trying
she'll
to
feel
go in
like you
after
did.
the fact.
Yeah, like you didn't really feel like she was one. But the longer
Mhm.
you allow it to linger, she's gonna feel like, no, you said what you meant, and that's what you think of me.
Right.
Or Chris may be like, no, that's what you think of my mom. You know.
I'm sure she didn't do that though.
Yeah, I don't think she will, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I just don't see, based on what his brother said, I would think she would want to get ahead of that.
Yeah.
And then there was something else that he said. The one thing that I was kind of curious about, why she didn't ask him about his release. Like,
Yeah.
why your brother doesn't want me at his release? Like, I would have asked him that. I wouldn't have asked I would have asked all the other stuff if I'm really concerned about it. But why he doesn't want me around if he's not doing da 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 da.
Yeah.
That's what
Mhm.
I would have asked to see what he says there.
Oh,
But
he just would have said you got to ask him.
yeah. Then if he had said that though, I would have been like, okay, something's up. Because how is it no one knows? Something's up,
Yeah.
Buttercup.
Absolutely. So, any other thoughts on Gabby and Chris this week?
Didn't she say something like once they realize that she there to stay, that they gonna be feeling like she made some sort of comment like
Yeah,
She
it
did.
was
Kiss
just
her
it
butt.
was yeah.
She did.
yeah,
We're gonna be
yeah.
kissing her butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it
Are you
kind of leads
serious,
me to
girl?
believe that when Chris gets out, she's going to probably try to be one of those women that try to separate him from his family.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That she'll be the main one. But I mean, it's up to Chris to either stand firm and say, nah, that's not how this goes, or not. You set that whole standard
Hmm.
and what will be tolerated with, you know,
Exactly.
family, your parents. Like in my case, it's just my dad. My mom's gone, but no man would be able to be in my world and think they can disrespect my dad. That's just not
Yeah.
happening. And Lord knows my dad can be very trying, but I don't care. You ain't finna disrespect him. You ain't gonna say anything crazy to my dad. Period. 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 Period.
Period.
Period.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Sean, did you have any thoughts on them this week?
Uh, uh, hmm. Not really. Cause I don't. they hard to follow because, like y'all said, like Johnny was saying about the 60 grand. You know, I got 60 grand, but I think she probably more concerned that where the rest of the money is going. You
It's
know,
gonna go. Yeah.
yeah, because if he's dating someone else and he just gave me 60 grand, how much money did he give her? You
And
know,
I
maybe
would agree with you there, but as women, when we're fighting each other and saying stuff to each other, that's when you say, "Oh, I got your 60 plus another 50." You know what I'm saying? Like, we
uh,
let it be known what we got too. I'm not gonna sit there and be yelling and screaming at you, talking about, "I hear you got his car. I hear you got blah blah blah. I hear you got blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Oh, unless you're hottie. I mean, not
Yeah,
hottie Ty. Ty
God.
don't.
But I'm gonna batch you for tit for tat. Oh yeah, you got a BMW, but I got a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how, I don't know, but that's how women operate normally when we're fighting each other over a man, talking about what he's done for me and you and this,
mhm,
that, and the other. We're both going back and forth about what he's done for us. Yeah,
okay.
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I couldn't imagine arguing with somebody talking about what you got. I'm going to be talking about what I got too. If
Yeah.
he was giving his money to someone else,
Hmm.
he
So,
ain't giving it to her.
nah. Well, I don't know then. I don't know why she's so insecure. Uh, it did like you said, the brother, unless the brother didn't like his brother, that's the only way he would sell him out. And
Hmm.
then even if he was to sell him out, then she would have to question, wow, why you selling your brother out like that?
Mm-hmm.
So is he really telling the truth or is he lying about it on his brother? So um, yeah, I just don't see their relationship making it too far. So she should be happy that she got 60 grand.
Yeah.
She got a new car. She got a couple of her debts paid off, and she be able to start a brand new life, you
Yeah.
know, off of his
So I
dime.
guess we shall know soon because the new episode of Love After Lockup is coming March 4th. So if they make it on there, then we'll see.
Because the only one I've seen so far was Indy
Yeah.
and Harry. So mm,
Yeah.
I just
So
wish they'd do better. It's like when you look at how long the clips are of each couple, they could actually do one episode of the couple. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it just be a whole episode of them, and then a whole
Yeah.
episode of the next couple, and a whole episode of the other couple. Like,
Yeah. But instead they drag it out trying to make us believe we're really watching their lives like that.
right?
Right? Because you're
And
just
we're not.
dragging
We're
along
watching
a
all of
day.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Like that's crazy. It's getting annoying. And like you said, Sean, it just felt like a waste of watching it today because it was like 3 minutes of each couple and sitting here like, although we can make 2 hour conversation about it, but it's like it's
that's
just
only because
crazy.
y'all have a mature man on the phone with you all. That's the only reason
Oh my
why. So that's all I got to say. Y'all welcome. You all are welcome. You're welcome. All right.
Thank
as
you,
I
And
stated
Sean.
before, the delusion is
and
real. So
also,
not only on the
mm-mm,
show, but
mm-mm,
apparently on the
mm-mm.
screen too.
No, and also Egypt, if you're still out there, I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing me love.
Egypt,
Oh
Cause you
no,
don't
you
see,
take
might
them
want to be
butter to
careful.
us.
She might slip something in your tea.
no, she's too mature to do that. She's too
You know
mature to
what?
do
Now I'm starting to believe
that.
Egypt
I'm just
might
saying.
be
I'm just
Yolanda.
saying.
Because you remember Yolanda had was always nice to Sean.
Oh,
um,
that's
No,
right. That's
Yolanda
her
was
new
not
screen
nice to
name,
Sean.
Egypt.
Yeah, she was.
Yolanda don't know who Sean is. Y'all got Sean to confuse with Demel.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that was another
Mhm.
person in our chat named Demel.
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
thought
that's
she
right.
came
Yeah.
You
on
can't
when
keep
you were
up.
on.
She was on
She
y'all
never
other
came
show.
on when you were on.
No, I never met her.
Okay.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Well,
But
I
then
got her
again,
little
I did meet her. I'm
up.
sorry. I did meet her.
See?
Nene.
Ah! We were right, Reese.
No, it was not me because y'all know if it was me,
Uh,
y'all would have known. Y'all would have seen some characteristics of me.
Well, we
uh,
did. She always agreed with you, and
True.
you
every
always
She
single
agreed
did
with
time.
not always
yourself.
agree with me.
Yeah, Nene.
No, she
Yeah.
didn't.
You
No,
see?
she did not.
Mhm.
Oh
No,
goodness.
that's not how you say that. You're supposed to say, no, I did not. No, I did not.
There he
I'm
goes.
talking about
See?
her in third person.
Typhoid. It's the typhoid talking right now.
Don't blame it on my sickness. Don't you
That's
dare blame it on my
funny.
sickness.
Okay, so you're admitting you got typhoid.
Yeah, I do Tybo. I do
Typhoid.
Tybo all the time.
Typhoid Sean. There we
Mhm. Yes, I am tight. I am very tight with my money.
go.
Play.
All right, that's what you claiming now. All right, so that was yesterday's episode of Love During Lockup.
Yep.
They should have named this one Delusions.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was the show for today. Come back and catch us every Saturday. We recap this show. And if you're still here, go ahead and hit that like button before you leave. You can also hit that subscribe button as well, and then you'll always know when we go live. All right. So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye, everybody.
Bye.